April 14th, 1912. You're aboard the RMS Titanic, the most luxurious, unsinkable ship ever built, carrying over 2,000 passengers across the cold Atlantic waters toward New York. It's late evening, and you stand beneath glittering chandeliers, listening to gentle music drifting from the grand ballroom. Everything around you speaks of elegance, wealth, and complete safety. But tonight, everything changes. A sudden shudder ripples through the ship. Passengers exchange nervous glances. You feel your heart quicken. Something is wrong. This isn't just another story. This video is interactive, and you'll decide what happens next. Use the number keys on your keyboard to shape your fate. Right now, your first choice awaits. Will you trust the Titanic's reputation and remain calm, or do you immediately seek out a lifeboat? Press 1 to stay calm and trust the ship, or press 4 to find a lifeboat. You trust the ship, and you reassure yourself, this is Titanic, the unsinkable ship. Crew members remain calm, and gentle music continues to play. Passengers around you shrug off the strange vibration, returning to conversations. Minutes pass, but whispers start spreading. Crew members move quickly, speaking in hushed tones. The mood shifts, tense, uncertain. A stronger shudder runs through the ship. Lights briefly flicker. Passengers pause, exchanging worried looks. Clearly, something isn't right. Your pulse quickens. Perhaps waiting calmly was a mistake. You need to act now. Do you head immediately to the deck to find out what's going on and seek help? Or do you remain inside, hoping someone will soon guide you? Press 2 to quickly make your way to the upper deck. Press 3 to stay below deck and wait for instructions. You hurry up the grand staircase toward the upper deck. The calm luxury is now replaced by anxious murmurs and rushing footsteps. As you emerge onto the deck, a cold wind hits your face, carrying distant cries and tense voices. Around you, crew members urgently lower lifeboats into the dark water below. Passengers gather, some calmly waiting, others panicking, their eyes wide with fear. It's clear. The Titanic is slowly tilting, and there's not enough space for everyone. You must choose carefully, right now. Do you push forward to secure a spot in a lifeboat, or do you jump directly into the freezing water, hoping you'll have a better chance of survival there? Press 4 to push forward and try to secure a spot in a lifeboat. Press 7 to leap into the freezing ocean. You decide to stay below deck, trusting that instructions will come soon. Seconds stretch into agonizing minutes. Around you, people grow restless. Whispers become panicked voices. Footsteps quicken through the corridors. Suddenly, the floor tilts sharply beneath your feet. You hear furniture sliding and glass breaking. Lights flicker, dimming briefly before returning weaker than before. It's clear now. You've waited too long. The ship is taking on water, and corridors that were once comforting now feel dangerous and claustrophobic. Your heart pounds. You must act immediately or risk being trapped. Do you rush upward, hoping there's still time to reach a lifeboat? Or do you accept your fate, staying below deck, facing whatever may come? Press 4 to rush to the deck and seek a lifeboat immediately. Press 7 to remain below and face the inevitable. You move quickly toward the upper deck, determined to secure a lifeboat before the panic begins. Around you, a few passengers are gathering, still calm, still in disbelief. Crew members are already working fast. Ropes creak as lifeboats are lowered into the dark sea. Officers shout orders, but their voices are tight with tension. The ship is steady, for now, but something in the air feels wrong. You pass a woman clutching her child. An older man is trying to calm his family. Fear is spreading, and spots in the boats are disappearing one by one. Now the choice is yours. Time is short. Will you step back to help others, risking your own chance? Or move forward to save yourself while you still can? Press 5 to stay behind and help other passengers. Press 6 to claim a lifeboat and try to survive. You hesitate, then turn back. You help a woman lift her child over the railing and into the lifeboat. You guide an elderly couple toward the line. Your hands shake, your heart pounds, but your focus is clear: others first. The deck grows more chaotic by the minute. Voices rise, pushing turns into shouting. Officers try to maintain control, but the crowd is swelling. You feel the tilt of the ship beneath your feet, barely at first, then unmistakable. The lifeboats are nearly gone. Your chance may have passed, and still you stay. But now you face a final decision. Do you try once more to return to safety, find a boat, or move below and accept your fate? Press 1 to head back, hoping you're not too late. Press 7 to stay behind as the ship goes under. You push forward. You squeeze through the crowd, moving past others frozen in indecision. The fear in their eyes mirrors your own, but you keep going. One lifeboat remains within reach. The deck is tipping now, slowly but steadily. A crew member reaches out, just one more passenger. You grab the edge, climb in. Around you, others plead for space. A man holds out his hand, but there's no room. The ropes creak. The lifeboat lowers into the freezing dark. From below, the Titanic groans, a deep, haunting sound. You look up as the great ship tilts higher, lights flickering, steel tearing. You've made it off the ship, but the guilt follows you. Now, a final choice remains. Do you turn back and try to help those left behind, or stay where you are and survive? Press 1 to return to the ship and help. Press 7 to remain in the lifeboat. The tilt of the deck becomes impossible to ignore. Tables slide, chandeliers shatter, and people fall where they stand. Water rushes through corridors like a living thing, swallowing everything in its path. You try to hold on. Some grip the railings, others cling to hopes that are already sinking. The night is filled with screams, but the ocean is louder, so much louder. Lifeboats drift away, half full. On board, silence. Those who made it float helplessly, watching the lights flicker above. Then, one by one, they go dark. The Titanic rises into the night. Its stern towers above the sea like a wounded beast. You can hear it breaking. The steel moans, the ship shudders, and then, with a sound no one ever forgets, it snaps. And it is gone. What remains is cold, endless cold. The water takes your breath. The sky watches silently. Around you, silence, broken only by the gasps of the dying. 1,500 people lost. Not just a number, mothers, sons, engineers, musicians. The unsinkable ship sank. Not because of one man's failure, but because of pride, haste, and too much faith in steel. Now, the story belongs to history. You made it off the ship. The lifeboat rocks gently in the black water, surrounded by silence and smoke. The cries have faded. Only the creak of wood and the hiss of freezing breath remain. You sit pressed between strangers. Some whisper prayers. Others stare into the dark, silent, numb. One woman clutches an empty coat. Another holds a child who no longer stirs. You look back. The sea is quiet now, but you know what lies beneath it. Decks of luxury, dinners unfinished, letters never sent, people who never had a chance. Above you, stars burn cold. Around you, the ocean stretches in every direction. Rescue may come, or it may not. You survived. But survival doesn't always feel like victory. Later, they will say there was time to save more, that boats left half empty, that the poor were trapped below, that warnings were ignored. But right now, all you can do is wait. And remember, the ship is gone, but the questions remain. What made some survive while others were left behind? And what would you have done if you had to choose again? The Titanic lies silent beneath the waves. What was meant to be a triumph of progress became a symbol of loss, of overconfidence, of injustice. 1,500 lives were taken that night, not by nature alone, but by human choices. Too few lifeboats, warnings ignored, doors locked by class. We remember the band that kept playing, the crew that helped others before themselves, the ones who never made it into history books. Your story joined theirs tonight. This was not just about survival, it was about who you chose to be. If this had been real, would you have escaped? Would you have helped? And now that you know how it ended, what will you remember?